Hi, my name is Elle. I'm a 21-year-old student educational sciences from the Netherlands, and this is a bit of a different video than you're used to seeing from me because I had this very random, spontaneous idea to cut my hair. And since I'm Dutch, I'm currently in the middle of a lockdown. All hairdressers are closed, and they probably will be closed until at least the start of February, halfway through February, and maybe even longer. So I guess I decided to take matters into my own hand and just try doing it myself. So a tiny bit of a backstory to my hair. As you can see, my hair is wavy, curly. I think according to the official curl type system, it's like 2B, 2C waves. So there's some natural texture going on there. And it's also very thick and heavy, so it's very easily weighed down. And I've always had a bit of a love-hate relationship with my hair because I do really like my texture. I'm really happy having like the wavy curls, and they're a bit frizzy now because it's the end of the day, but usually they look quite fine. But because my hair is so heavy, it's just weighed down really easily, and the problem with that is that I always feel like it makes my hair look very like I don't know what the word for it is, but you sort of get the vibe, I guess. But I've actually always loved hair that is like voluminous and, you know, like cool, different hairstyles. But I never actually had anything that was too edgy. I think the craziest things I've had was an asymmetrical like lob, so it was about like shoulder length and a tiny bit shorter in the back. Didn't really like that look, so I grew it out. And then the last time that I went to the hairdresser, I actually did try to go quite short, like above shoulder length at least. But the hairdresser that I went to, I think, underestimated a bit how much my hair actually curls up. So she cut it wet, like a lot of hairdressers do, like wet and straight. And then she said she would be careful to take into account that it will curl up again. She cut it longer to make sure that when it curls up, it wouldn't be like here. But then what actually happened is that it was still sort of like shoulder length. And this time I want to try to go a bit more edgy by going chin length. So my hairdressing experience, I have cut my boyfriend's hair twice during both lockdowns, and that's it. I have no clue. I watched a few videos to sort of know what I'm doing, so I'm not making like horrendous mistakes, but I guess time will tell whether this video will be more of a tutorial or a hair disaster reaction. So I guess that's it for now, and let's just start. So I'm now talking through the mirror. This way I can also actually see myself. Which I would like to do because I'm quite scared that I'll mess up. But I'm gonna start with parting my hair, and because I don't have a proper like parting comb for that, I'm gonna use an old makeup brush that I cannot find now, even though I just had it. There it is. So I'm gonna try to part my hair as much in the middle as possible. I do want to cut it symmetrically because my part is not very strong, and I don't want my hair to look ridiculous if my hair falls out of the parts that I decided to put it in for that day. So this is the part. I think that's good enough. Maybe try to a tiny bit straighter. I think that will do. And I'm just gonna clip up the top of my hair so I can begin with focusing on the lower part. Okay, so I'm actually really scared to do this. My heart is racing a bit, like I feel the anxiety coming up. I really want to do this because one, I just really am tired of my hair, but I guess it's also just sort of a challenge to my own perfectionism to be okay with having non-perfect hair, even though I had non-perfect hair before. But this can go wrong a lot more, but I'll find out. So my tactic for this is to try to find the right length that I need to cut it at, and I'm gonna use my chin as a guide and then pull it straight so I can cut it. And I'm most afraid of cutting it not straight, but I guess we'll find out how that goes. It's actually really difficult to do, and we're doing the first cut. Ah! think I might have got it a bit too big of a piece in one go. Or the scissors are just not sharp enough. I just need to pull it more. I think the secret is pulling it more. Oops. That's a lot of hair. That went less smooth than I had hoped, but it's okay. Okay, so that is short. Okay, so trick to cutting is to pull it straight. So that was not that great. Lol, now I'm really scared for the rest, but I guess there's no going back now. I mean, not short, but I guess it's sort of chin length. It is chin length. It is the right length, I guess, but it's just a lot of hair. Look. Then I do need to find out how I'm gonna do the back, because that was quite a lot more difficult than I thought, and I don't want the back to be a complete mess. I guess I'll just have to do it in small parts. Should I do that side first? Or maybe I should try to do this side first, because it's easier and then I can get a bit more practice. That was a lot easier. Okay, I really don't know what I'm doing, but I think I like the length. It doesn't look too bad actually, even though this side went a bit wonky. Okay, well, let's hope that the back doesn't turn out a lot worse than the front. So I'm sort of trying to estimate the length to take into account my curls is to first do it really loosely and then pull it straight to really cut it. But I don't really know what the tactic is. I'm really scared. Okay, I think I can do this like this. I feel like I'm gonna cut my own hand at some point. Okay, that is not that straight. Oh, okay. I can fix this up though. I'm really having difficulty to cut through some of the hairs. It's really difficult, guys. Oh my god, why is this so difficult? Why did I decide to do this? But now the difficult part comes, which is trying to make the back the same length. Oh my god, such a mess! I think the main issue with cutting your own hair is just not knowing at which angle you need to hold it to get a straight line. I think that is by far the most difficulty I'm having here, and it does scare me a bit that this is only the first layer and I have probably a lot more to go. I guess that wasn't too horrible either. Now I have come to the point where you can really see what you're doing, so it's a bit of a guess. Other side. I just hope that in the middle it will sort of match up. But if it's straight, that's okay. That's okay. Doesn't feel too horribly bad. So if you can see anything of it, I can't. So last piece of the first layer. I'll just ask my boyfriend to check, lol. Antoine,
Yeah.
can you check if I haven't missed things?
No,
No?
I think it's fine. I think it
One
looks
length?
good. Yeah, I think it's basically even, yeah.
That was pretty okay. Boyfriend says it's fine. So, second part. Now I guess I have a guide, so that's nice. I don't really know how I should part this though. To just take out my crown. I mean, I would say that this is already quite a look, you know. Now let's get it. It's not really a look. Just don't really know how to make the back work. I cannot see anything. I would definitely recommend to cut a longer hairstyle. It's just a trick to grab the long hair and the short hair together and just try to feel where about the short hair ends. And then other side. way. I do like cutting the front a lot more because I can actually see what I'm doing. As far as I can feel, it doesn't seem horrible. I'm not entirely sure. Actually not that horrible, or I'm just trying to make myself feel better. You can do this in multiple parts. But it is really thick still. I'll just let it all go like this. I guess the good thing is that we don't have that much hair in the back at this layer. It'll make it easier to cut. I can see what I'm doing, which is nice. Now, the difficulty is to actually get the hair in such a way that I can cut it. I just can't see that much. I don't hate it. I think it's okay. I think the only thing is that I have a few pieces here in the neck that are a bit too long. They're messing up the shape a tiny bit. In general, we're doing pretty good. So, I am getting a lot more confident as I'm going along. That was not well measured. Oopsie. Just got a bit into my hand. Oh my god, being too long. Hello. Guess that makes a somewhat okay haircut. It does feel quite freeing, I have to say. It might be a bit too bulky, that I wouldn't really know how to solve that without maybe messing it up more instead of making it look better. Oh, there's a lot of visual hairs that I missed a bit. I think raw it's quite okay. Be a bit shorter in the back. I think I'm gonna regret doing that because I can't actually see what I'm doing. And I also quite like this, to be honest. What do you think? I think we've done pretty well. Oh. This one is a bit too long. I guess the thickness sort of looks good because it makes it seem like I have a lot of volume when I actually just have a lot of hair. But I guess that's good. I was planning on doing the front a bit. I do feel like having this full front is maybe a tiny bit too much. Yeah, how do people do this? Do I dare to do this? Got a good scissors. I would definitely recommend getting decent scissors if you were going to do this yourself. Yeah, I feel that did help open it up a bit more at the front. I'm going to try to do the same thing on the other side. Just a bit harder because I'm not left-handed. Handling scissors with your not dominant hand is quite difficult, but I guess we're leaving it at this. I think we shouldn't try to perfect it until we mess it up more. But I don't know, what do you think? I think it looks quite cool. It's a look. Maybe I'll come a bit closer. Can I zoom out more? Yes. Yeah, I guess this is it. I think it looks quite cool. And now I'll shower and see if it still looks okay after I come out of the shower. I am naked under here. Ha ha ha. I feel like such a bad girl posting nudes on the internet. Let's go. Okay, so I've just gotten out of the shower. Look at this. Decently straight. We should be good. And now I'll just style my hair so we can look at the end result. So now I have to remind myself to not use too much product. Oh, and if you would be interested in seeing a full curly girl hair routine, then let me know in the comments. I can really see that it turned out to be a tiny bit shorter. Nose. Gel. And then it's time to dry.
3 hours later.
So this is the end result, and I think it actually looks good. I'm feeling myself. No, honestly, I'm very pleasantly surprised. I think in theory it's a bit too triangle shaped, but I actually feel like it sort of gives a nice vibe. It looks very voluminous. I do say I would really not recommend this if you have straight-ish hair, because I know 100% sure that nothing in this hair is the same length, and the only reason why you don't notice it is because I have waves. So don't try this at home if you have straight hair, but I would definitely recommend to try this at home if you have curly or wavy hair, because yeah, I had no clue what I was doing and it still turned out quite well. So I guess that's it. It's not a disaster. I don't think we can call it a tutorial yet though, but it's fine. I'm very relieved that I didn't mess up my hair, and I'll see you in the next video. And yes, this is not really my regular type of video. Usually I make more study and life advice related videos, but if you would want to stay for that, then make sure to subscribe.